Hey everybody,
You gotta clap.
Hey everybody, it's Cesar with Symphony Advertising with podcast number 5 or 6. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but today we have our first guest. It's Oscar Gill. So if you guys don't know, for the people who don't follow me as closely, I've known Oscar for a while. We've done work together. We basically have grown up together. And just some quick facts so you guys understand why I wanted to bring him on the show and why I think he's like super valuable to give his 2 cents on the marketing world, business world, all that other stuff. He's not used to being on camera, but he's been running his own detailing company for the last 6, 7, 8 years, long time. He has over 100,000 YouTube subs where he just puts out content like a madman, and he started an Instagram for his detailing stuff this year.
Yeah, last 3 months.
The last 3 months, and I think you have like what, 5,000, 6,000?
But it'd be 6,000, yeah.
But it'd be 6,000 IG followers. So anything he touches, any channel that he focuses on, it grows. I know he does a lot of stuff. Started with websites. So that was my intro for him. Now I'm just gonna start asking him questions. So number one, Mr. Oscar Gill. How did you get started with detailing? What were you doing at the time? I know that's like your main thing that you started with, or you're doing now, but like, how did you get there? Did you start straight from school? Did you see a video on it? And like, how do you even get introduced to that?
I don't know. I've always been, actually no, it's first car. Got my first car, 2003 Toyota Matrix XRS. And like many of us that get into the automotive scene, you just want to take care of it. You want to learn about it. You want to see what you can do. You do some modifications to it, take care of it. So that was the gist of it. I wanted to learn how to take care of my car properly. So I just started Googling how to wash a car, how to wax it and such. And from there it just evolved. And since I was like 14 years old, I always said I wanted to have my own business. So I just kind of put two together, and I said detailing.
Did you ever tell anybody at 14 years old that you wanted your own
business?
No,
I just remember when I was young, I just wanted business.
But like, how does one think of that?
I don't know. There was nothing. Like, I just wanted to. I don't know. There was nothing. It was just like.
So it was just something in you that you're like.
Yeah, just like I just wanted my own business. There was no like book that I read or movie. It was just like, it'd be cool to have my own business. That'd be cool.
So you had no idea with the detailing. You just started off detailing your own car.
Yeah, that's how it starts. Yeah, like you just start working on your personal thing, learning the system, learning the tools and products, and then you want to try it. If you want to see if it works on another paint or another vehicle, and then you do that, and then it works. And then
so yeah, what is that part? Like, what made you go like, or what encouraged you to be like? Did you start with a friend, a family member? Do you remember?
Yeah. No, so yeah, it did start off with like my close family, so my mom's van, dad's truck, and then after that's when I started looking for like actual customers. There's a pretty big gap. Like now I always recommend, like if you're just starting off, to definitely start off with like all your friends and family members. When I started, it definitely wasn't all my friends and family members. It was just like I immediately jumped to like the strangers, and I tried to get like people that didn't like, know and trust me to start.
What did you do? Like, how did you start? Like, when you say strangers, like, you
like,
saw cars and you were like, hey, can I wash your car?
Yeah, like the big thing was like going like the parking lots, leaving business cards.
Oh, no way.
You did that? In cars.
You did that?
I did it for one day, and I realized how big of a waste of time it was, so I never did it again. But I did go
printed flyers?
Business cards, just business cards.
You got business cards made.
Yeah, and then just.
Do you still have that business?
Yeah, I still have those. Yeah, like.
Is it the same?
No.
Purchase?
Those are from Vista Print. It was like $20.
No, but I'm saying, is it the same? That one order, you still have cards?
Oh yeah, I still have that same order. Yeah. But yeah, I did. I went to businesses and like to talk to the owners and stuff.
You did that?
Damn,
and that's pretty aggressive. I like that.
And then went to parking lots, leave business cards in the vehicles, and then like.
What kind of feedback did you get?
Nothing. You just see when you go back to the parking lot, you just see most of them are either in the trash or on the ground, and most people are like not interested to hear what you say, just because they're not interested in detailing services when they're shopping at wherever. So yeah, I did that. Like went out to hand out business cards. Did that one day and realized how big of a waste of time that was.
How did you like gauge that though? Because they're like. You just knew it wasn't gonna bring.
Yeah, for the amount of time that you're like, if you're gonna do that, you have to do like you have to do high volume. Like, I mean, you have to print out like I would work at like 500 plus in one day, just spam every single parking lot that you possibly can. Because you can't do low numbers with that, just because the interest of those of people and cars and such is so low that it's just not gonna work. So you have to have. But yeah, I literally did it once, and I was like.
So then what happened?
This is never.
So before we keep going, how deep were you into detailing? Like, you detailed your car for like a month or a day, and then you're like, screw it, I'm gonna do it for other people? Or you went like a year, 2 years, and you're like, you know what, let me try doing this for other people?
See, the timeline was it started in 2011, but it was real, it was real on and off, just because I still had a full-time job. I still went to school for a little bit.
You went to school?
Yeah, for 2 semesters, so that doesn't really count. But I went to, so it was real botchy, like, it wasn't like a consistent thing.
You didn't like...
No, it wasn't like a full...
You didn't know you were going to do that?
Yeah, no, it was still, like the first 2-3 years I was still like, I guess I'm doing it, I guess I'm kind of not, like, this is what I do. I still have a full-time job, but,
You did it on the side?
Yeah, it was definitely, like, it wasn't like, I just wanted to do something on my own, but it wasn't like I'm a full hardcore hustler out there getting it. No, there was nothing like that. I was like, I was kind of doing it. I mean, I tried to get traction and stuff, but it was just like...
Not there.
Yeah,
okay, so now talk to us about, like, what you did to have a full-time job and do the detailing on the side to eventually,
Yeah, so the whole premise of everything that I'm able to do now, whether it was like have a full-time job or part-time job and get customers, and then transitioning from a part-time business.
How many years did it take?
The
transition.
I mean, I started the business back, not the business, but like I guess thought of having a business back in 2011, but it wasn't until like 2014, 15 that I was like, all right, like I should do this more seriously. Not that I wasn't taking it serious beforehand, but like I was just kind of throwing spaghetti on the wall, seeing what would stick in terms of getting customers.
Is that a term?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so yeah, that's everyone says
spaghetti.
That. Spaghetti on the wall, and seeing what sticks.
Huh.
I wanted to see like, for those like from 2011 to 2014, I was just like trying different things, wasn't getting any traction, but I still had a full-time job or different part-time jobs, so it wasn't like a necessity for me to actually make it work. But then it was just, I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of working at a job, so let me try to actually learn how to do this business stuff. And then the transition happened. The big turning point was when you learn to become a marketer. That's when everything changed, because from 2011 to 2014, I just was a detailer 90% of the time. I'll just focus on the technical side of like how to clean, how to wash, how to detail, how to polish paint, how microfibers work, how the material, like all this like very technical, technician-based thinking. Mm-hmm. But once you turn into like the business marketer mindset, and it's like, okay, the number one thing I think about on a daily basis is like, how do I generate leads into my business? That's when everything was able to change. And then the primary focus that I did for about a year of work was search engine optimization, so SEO.
So quick break that I would like to ask about. So you made the mindset of like, okay, I'm 90% a detailer, I need to switch to focus on marketing. What did you do? Like, how did you find, like, there had to have been like a book or a video, or you spoke to somebody.
No, yeah.
And they were like, oh, dude, you should try this. Because you don't just like, let me do search engine optimization. Let me just, that's like,
no,
that doesn't happen.
It was I remember I googled, do you have to go to school to become a marketer? And someone left a blog post. I remember 3 years later, I found that blog post again. I left a comment 4 years later or 3 years later saying, hey, like, I took your advice and whatever. And at that time, I already had like 60,000 subscribers.
Dude, no
so
way.
I hit him up and he's like, wow, man, I'm so glad. But yeah, so I literally googled, do you need a degree to be a marketer or something like that? And then the blog post was listing out all these people, these like high marketers and business owners that didn't go to school for marketing or dropped out, or they also say you don't need a degree. And that blog post specifically linked to Noah Kagan, to Derek Halpern, to Gary Vee. Mm-hmm. And that was back in 2014, somewhere around there. The timeline's probably a little scrappy. But so after that, I dove into other material. Oh, and I found Neil Patel there as well. Tim Ferriss, like all the
big names.
Yeah, I'm glad that blog post named those ones. Like, imagine they named like some
Dude,
that
imagine.
switched everything. So they and even now,
what blog post was it?
I have no idea.
It wasn't somebody big. It was just like a random...
I don't know, but I followed everyone else and I didn't follow that guy. No, yeah, because he just said like everyone else.
He kind of pushed it.
Well, yeah, because he was like, Noah Kagan was at Mints and Facebook and started AppSumo, and then Derek Halpern has like whatever subscribers, and So and in Paris, so it was like, oh, if he's recommending those people, I'll just follow those people.
Cool.
And from there, that's when it was like, that was when I started to actually learn the business and marketing side of things, of like, what is inbound marketing, what is outbound marketing, what's the sales cycle, what's organic versus paid search, what's like all the very basic. And I just recently I was cleaning out the apartment, and I remember I saw the binder with all the notes that I was taking of like
okay.
the most basic of basic, like what's inbound, what's outbound, what's a cold call, what's a lead, what's a click, what's all those, like the most basic fundamental things. And then just over time, like every day, just researching, trying to find, reading blog posts, buying books, and then like buying a few.
Would you say it was
courses. It was just a big learning curve. It wasn't hard because all the information was online. They were just like actually seeking it, implementing it.
When you got started and you began marketing, whatever that means specifically, were you like, okay, I'm gonna follow these best practices, and did you think it was gonna work, or were you more like, I don't know, like, did you believe it would work? Because I feel like a lot of people now, not a lot of people now, but always, there are people who are like, all right, there's no way that works. I'm not even going to try that. But you were like, you know what, let me try. Like, I want to understand like, where your brain was, where you're like, because, dude, that's a lot of effort. If you did search engine optimization, that means you learned how to make a website. You learned how to buy a domain. You learned how to install WordPress. You learned what the hell SEO was, which is like a world within itself.
Yeah. I mean, we put it like that. Yeah, it looks like it's a lot more, but I just always found the answer.
I guess you wouldn't have known. You would have been like, oh, all I need is a website.
No, yeah, but like I always go back to like I'll find everything online. Like there's no. And also, like at that point, like I started like realizing people sell courses, and I was like, oh well, if someone sells a course and they teach me how to do anything, I'll just buy the course then.
How many courses have you bought?
Probably too many. I think right now, if I were to total all courses and coaching since 2015, I don't know. It's gonna sound outrageous, but it's 100% true. I can show you every receipt. It's gonna be like 16,000, I think, since 2015. Yeah.
So that's your education.
Yeah, and I figured, I was like, well, I didn't go to school, so I can spend money on college. I mean, on education, just not college form. So I was like, I was still studying all that jazz.
Nice.
So like I always knew that the information was online. So like, I just figured it out. Yeah, because I realized like that was the key. I was like, oh, you have to become a marketer. Like that's what it is. Like I shouldn't worry about what type of pads should I buy for publishing page. I should be, how do I optimize a website? How do I, create a call to action? How do I make sure that the website's optimized to get clicks?
And so when you did that and it started working, right? At some point it started working and had to. Like, what was your reaction? Like, your first lead, your first inbound SEO lead or call.
Yeah. So before I started SEO, like I would actually get a few customers just because at that time like some word of mouth was spreading and such. But it was like trickles. Like it wasn't like I was like projecting how many leads I would get per week or per month, let alone revenue.
Let's say 2014. What kind of inbound?
I mean, it was definitely all word of mouth and referrals.
And you weren't tracking, of course.
No, but like at one point, like I did and this is like something that I actually learned that actually helped out a lot, and I learned it from Neil Patel when I took one of his courses back in the day. But it was sponsoring a online forum.
Damn, that's old school.
I would say it still works too, depending on the forum and all that jazz. It's like it was $300 for a year, and I got 30 customers out of I think it was 6 months. 6 months. Still 6 months. It was on the truck forum, and you're able to when you're not a sponsor, you can't like advertise your business. You can't have links because they want you to pay for sponsorship. Right. They'll like delete it or whatever. So I paid for like $300. Yeah, sure. I put it on a credit card, and then
and they let you do that.
Yeah, and then you can like advertise as much as you want because you're a sponsor. So you can advertise, you can post things,
So it would have been local to Houston, right?
Yeah, it's a local city truck forum. So
on what, Reddit?
No. It was I forgot it's called, but it's like a Houston is like probably one of the biggest car cities in America. So there's plenty of car specific forums in the area. So I $300 for I think it was 6 months, and I remember I got like 4 customers out of that. But one customer turned out to be like a lifelong customer, and like to this day, I think it's at least like, I don't know, like close to 10,000 he spent with me, like till now.
From the $300.
From the $300, so that was like it was one customer, but that one customer, was a huge ROI. So I had that, and I had to get a few referrals from there moving forward. And then I was my other cousin, he was into the truck scene as well, so working on his truck, and then him, and that's another way I got customers was like, my cousin was in a truck club, and then I was like, so I talked to him and his club, and I was like, hey, if you guys want, I will, give you guys a discount. You just promote my work and stuff at the car shows, truck shows, and like kind of my business cards and all that jazz. So I was able to get customers through. So
you were in the streets.
Yeah, at that point, yeah. And,
you were still very much,
and it works, and it worked too. But like to really like, that's still a lot of like one-to-one action where like you go out there, you get the result. In terms of like digital, is like everything is scaled up, and and it doesn't really need your input after a while. But yeah. So it was a lot of like grassroots, just like communication or like sponsoring local ads, local forums. So I was getting customers that way.
How long did you stick to that strategy?
As long as I could. I mean, it wasn't like I was tracking anything at that time, so it's hard to say, pinpoint anything. And it wasn't like it was working to the T every single time. So it wasn't like, I knew like the truck forum that worked, and I was like, I didn't like. And here's another like lesson I learned too. I was like, why didn't I renew it if it worked? Like,
you didn't renew it?
No, after 6 months, I was like, okay, I'll go try something else. Because I also tried Yelp advertising. That was like the worst decision ever.
Tell me.
That one was disgusting.
I've honestly never ran Yelp ads.
And I have people that reach out to me now. They're like, hey, like, should I run these Yelp ads? And I'm like, dude, I don't know how they work now, but when I ran it back in like 2013, 2014, it was trash. Like, it was like,
I've just heard it's bad.
Yeah, it was like 2 months, like $700 a month. Didn't get one call from them, like nothing whatsoever. So that left a bad taste in my mouth since then. And everyone that I've talked to, like other detailers, I'm like, dude, yeah. I don't know if it runs any better now, but when I did it and what I talked with others, it is not the place you want to spend your money on. And usually now, like they have it like in contracts, so it's like a minimum of like 3 months, 6 months or something. So yeah, Yelp was like a disgusting bad experience.
But you tried it. I mean, at the same time, I would say you have to taste it. You have to go out there and try it.
I didn't want to taste a $1,400 mistake, but
that was $1,400.
It was $700 a month. Yeah.
God, well,
yeah.
You put in a good amount, but yeah, that does suck.
Yeah. So that was bad. Yeah. So now, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't mess with Yelp at all. But that doesn't mean like the organic side of things isn't working. I know plenty of detailers that get a lot of customers through their Yelp just because of all the organic reviews. So in that sense, it is good, like just to get reviews. So I wouldn't knock on them on that part. It's just the paid advertising I wouldn't really go after. But definitely the like just organic reviews and make sure you have a lot of reviews and a lot of content on there is definitely worthwhile. But okay, fast forward to the SEO stuff that began, I think mid to early 2015, and it took in total from start to finish on SEO to really be like from the first day starting to the like where it's like wow, it's really taking off now. It was really like 9 months. So I was like, let's say I started off on like page 12, position 8, and the first 3 months
for those who don't know, SEO stands for search engine optimization.
Mm-hmm.
All that means is when somebody goes to Google and they look up detailer near me, detail in Houston, those are good ones. Mm-hmm. Car detailer in Houston. The results on Google, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the first non-paid ads results. That's the organic.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good explanation?
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's that.
I would say you know a lot more SEO than I do.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so yeah, let's say I started off on page 12, rank position 8, and then within 3 months I moved up to like let's say page 3, position 2.
So sorry, but like what made you like keep going? Like I talk to so many businesses, clients, people with experiences that like they'll do it, and then 3 months they're done.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the biggest benefits and advantages to SEO is that it is a long-term game, and I knew that well before I even started. Like from reading all the material, all the blog posts, like really just taking what they say. Like it is a long-term strategy, and it's not an overnight thing. Like with ads where you can pay X amount and you're immediately gonna get results based on like on your budget and all that such. So I knew it was gonna be a long-term play. Like the first moment I wanted to get into it, I knew it was gonna be a long-term play.
Have you ever seen another detailer who has better SEO than you?
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of them out there. I just haven't seen them.
Oh yeah, why would you go around?
I'm sure there is. Yeah, I mean, there's people that are still outrank me. Like,
is there?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. But doesn't yeah? But there's plenty of other detailers I outrank. So just
and it moves around. It's not like you hold a spot.
But yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of other people that have better SEO than me.
I just feel like people don't take, especially like small businesses, like where they're like single or like a very small team.
Yeah.
Most of the time I've seen, they'll try it for 2-3 months and then they'll call it quits.
Yeah, so that's and that's even like on the agency side of things. Like that's why SEO. It's so hard to sell SEO, just because like it is a long-term play and most businesses want to see instant results. So like that's why like for a while I contemplated like starting an SEO agency, but then you think about like the same problem that everyone goes through of like hey man, like it's the third month we're not seeing any results. It's like dude, like it's gonna take a while. Like it don't. So like I had a student of mine I have a program for SEO for detailers, and she was actually able to get results within 3 months of within.
Where's she located?
I have no idea. That's very granular data. Like she shared all her results with me. Within 2 months, she started seeing like a huge bump in traffic and like started getting leads. And I was like, that it took me 9 months, or like really like 6 months to start getting traction. But I was like, man, good for you. It took 2 months. It took me 6 months to get those type of results. So like I just knew it was a long term play. Like I just knew it wasn't gonna be overnight. I was willing to do that. And also because like I was still working part-time jobs or full-time jobs, like it wasn't like I needed it right now anyhow. Like
you could be patient.
Yeah, so it wasn't like a immediate like I need this right now. So that was not that I was like making a lot of money at those jobs, but I just knew I could have definitely waited, and it was like the long term play, and but that's the negative and the positive to it. Where like, if like it's so easy to get on Instagram and start posting content, right? It's like a hamster wheel. Like you have to consistently post content, and it's not hard. I mean, you can take a photo, you can throw it in like Lightroom mobile on your phone, edit it a little bit, make it look cute and pretty, and throw it on there, and you can pump out content pretty easily. Same thing with Facebook. YouTube is pretty hard just because it's a lot more commitment to make a video, to make it good, to optimize it, and all that such. But with SEO as well, like I completely lost my train of thought. What was I saying? You
were saying that you can do all these different things and it's quicker.
Right.
But SEO takes longer.
Yeah, for sure. Like, so like YouTube and SEO are definitely like a long term play at it.
Pros and cons.
Yeah. So like most people can do Instagram and Facebook because like I just gotta
and you can see it like
right there.
I've gotten 6 likes in the last 30 minutes.
So like it's much easier. It's easier to win a race when you're running at the 17th mile mark instead of like a little 40-yard dash like that. Then everyone's on like a little. Did you want like a quick little sprint? But yeah, like out there on month 4 and 6, like everyone's lost interest in SEO, and if you keep on at it, like there's 10 spots on the first page of Google, and to be honest, like in mostly every local space, granted, like maybe dentists, the dentist industry, but other than that, the law firm space, contractors, plumbers, it's a pretty easy market to beat if you know what you're doing. Like,
you think so?
Yeah, it's very easy. Yeah, just because like they're very
You're saying other than that. Or you're saying it's easy for lawyers?
I'm saying
plumbers.
Like if a new law firm right now, one lawyer just there and his assistant or whatever, he could in Houston, which is a big market, 8 months he could be on the first page, and I'll beat everyone.
If you do
everything right. And same thing like I see so many details like hey like Facebook ads that they're not converting or like I don't want to pay ads, what have you, but it's like dude. The local space, like local businesses, the competition is so easy online.
Local.
Like with SEO, yeah. Like if you go to like, if you start talking about software like SaaS and like, sales software or like CRM, like or like a to-do list. Okay, that SEO is tremendously, outrageously expensive and difficult, and like takes a whole team to fight for those keywords. But in the local space,
it's a lot easier.
It is 10 times easier. It is tremendously easier to. I'm not saying it is like you can just overnight it, but it's like saying you're playing in NFL versus you're playing like in Division I college football. It's like they're both Premier Leagues, but dude, once you have there's still no comparison between NFL to college level and like the online SEO, which is like for things that aren't geo based. So like if you want to like let's say like a detailing website wants to sell products, and it's going to be like, car wash soap, buy, spray wax, and you're trying to go for those keywords, that is outrageously, disgustingly,
because it's product
difficult. Yeah, and it's like very commerce based, and like every e-commerce store wants that keyword. Versus someone trying to rank for auto detailing Austin, it's so easy. I mean, and I always repeat this to everyone on my channel. It's like, dude, if I were to go to another city right now, any city, granted like a high populated one, within 6 months I would be completely busy again. Within like easily, like no question about it. I will be completely.
You ever thought about just opening shop?
I would want to do it just to like prove everyone wrong. Like, look how easy it is to do it if you know what you're doing. Like, and not even that, but like, if a lawyer would come to me, be like, hey man, like, can I just give you $5,000 right now and just do it 6 months? You'll be on.
Have you ever tried it for like another space?
Yeah, and I have, and I've done it 2-3 times already within the fitness industry and the law space, and I've done it. It's just and it's crazy. It's just so yeah. Anyways, it's a long-term play, but it's great because not everyone is willing to invest 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months into committing into this one thing. But like it's been paying off well. Like if you look at my Facebook, my Instagram, on my detailing channels, there's no content on there whatsoever. Then I probably posted like between Instagram and Facebook on my social channels for my detailing business. I think I posted you'll probably see like 5 pieces of content. Everything is SEO, and everything is Google, everything is search engine optimization for me. And if I do decide to start getting on Instagram, it's only going to help me. It's only going to generate more leads.
Yeah.
I don't want to because you can only spread yourself so thin. But yeah, like I would, it would just be another weapon in the arsenal for generating leads.
Nice. Okay, so now you're in a position where you've created your lead generation. It's pretty consistent. A couple years, you're doing your thing, right? Now let's put on you're now a consultant hat, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just ask the question. Okay, let's say it's a business. I'll make one up. It's a plant. They sell plants. Mm-hmm. They're local. Mm-hmm. They sell plants, and they ask you, hey, we're a new company. What do you recommend with your experience that we do to help?
To get customers?
Because I understand, like you're saying, for you, SEO is the number one thing that you focused on. Mm-hmm. It was a different time too. Mm-hmm. There's like way more social media now. Mm-hmm. There's way more social media now. I mean, the phones have upgraded, better quality, things like that. From your perspective, if you, what's your like? Okay, if I had to start over today. What route would I go? If it changes, it might be the same.
Yeah, no, so yeah, I get asked that all the time now. It's like, hey, how do I grow my business? Like, I'm getting customers now, but I want more. And the question is always, what are you doing right now to get customers? And it might be whatever it is for that plant business, whether it's like posting on Instagram, YouTube videos, websites, whatever it's like. Okay, whatever it is, for starters, whatever it is, just do more of that. So if you are getting your main customers are coming through Instagram, and you're posting and you're posting, 3 times per week, and you're getting a trickle of customers, we'll up it up to 6 times per week. Let's just see what happens, and do that for like 2 months to see if that actually works. And if it does, and when I say this, like obviously like commit to that strategy and actually like look at the tags that you're using, and maybe like look at where you're posting.
What do you think about the actual content? Like, of course, it's really easy to post on Instagram, but what do you think about the quality of the content?
Like that, like how
like how much does it matter?
Oh yeah, it depends. It really depends, but I would definitely say like it's not like you have to go out and buy a camera, or you have to have someone that can shoot in RAW and edit it and all that jazz. Like, you're still using a phone. A phone will give you a suffice.
Do you use both?
Yeah. So no, for me, all of my content on YouTube and through Instagram, the photos and stuff is through like a Sony A7 III. So my setup is actually pretty expensive and pretty advanced, but that's just because I enjoy it. Like I like doing that, but. People ask me like, hey, like I want to do videos like you, like what I have to use. I'm like, dude, just use your phone. That's absolutely fine. Like my entire setup and like all the lenses that I have right now equates to like $4,000. Do you need anything relatively close to that? No, not at all. Like a phone is just perfectly fine as well.
Jeez, what I use.
Yeah, you'll be limited on what you can do and such, but it's still good enough. So yeah, like on that plant business, I would first like where are your customers coming from right now, and identify that. Okay, well, what can you do more of on that same channel to get more customers? So if you're posting 3 times a week, post 6 times per week, and then play around with the type of content. Just because and that's a mistake I did with my YouTube channels. Like I did the same thing for too long, where it's like change it up, like do a video,
It's funny because we haven't even like spoken about your YouTube channel. So like, I know we're kind of going over, but what is like the quick 30-second pitch of the YouTube story?
After I learned that after the years of struggling, like from 2011 to 2014, and then I focused for like a year and a half on being a marketer and creating my lead generating system, I was like, oh, well, that's all you needed to do, and then everything else is fine. So I was like, man, that was like, it was cool when I started, like when my phone started blowing up on like, wow, I'm getting calls left and right, like I have customers now. And like instead of feeling like super excited and hyped and happy, I just felt like dumb and stupid and like in disbelief, because I was like, is this really all I have to do? Like, are you serious? Like all I have to do is get on the first page of Google, and now my phone is blowing up, emails are coming in, texts are coming in. Like this is literally all I had to do. And I felt ashamed because like all the content I saw online were like I would devour the internet on like detailing forums, detailing groups. I'd contact individual detailers and I emailed them and it's like, hey, like, can you help me out? This is my business plan, this and this. And no one said, dude, like, learn search engine optimization, or no one said, like, dude, become a marketer. Like, they're also like, you know, do good work, you know, word of mouth will spread, take pride in your work. And once I disregarded all of that and I did SEO and I learned the digital side of things, and I was like, this is all you had to do? Like, if you could have just told me in 2011, hey, dude, 90% of your time, just focus on learning how to market. You can learn how to detail later. You can service customers later. Just learn how to generate leads right now. So in early mid 2016, when I started generating leads, I was like, this was it. This is literally all I had to do. Because then now customers are coming in, I'm making money, my calendar's booked out, I can buy more tools and products, I can go to paid training, I can buy more things. Like that, it all became so easy. I was like, wow, this is so. The YouTube channel started. Once I literally realized that, I was like, oh, that sucks. I don't want anyone else to go through that. So I just started sharing all the business information online. And then that morphed into teaching people how to detail. And now I teach people how to start and grow their detailing business and give tips and tricks on how to clean their car.
So it's a dual.
So and that's probably one thing that I do most different than many others. Like I probably focus a lot more of my content on the business side of things instead of just detailing. Just because that's what I like to teach and that's what makes me happy. But yeah, that's where the YouTube channel came about.
And I guess it's the same story, right? You started, you were like, let's see if it works.
Yeah, but on that one, just because like I saw the system.
So you saw the SEO first, and then you did the YouTube.
Yeah, and that helped out just because like I had the good mindset of like there are specific ways to optimize things to get better results, and also because like the journey I went through for SEO, meaning like going from blog posts to maybe buying a course here and there, to then like hiring someone to help me out, and then seeing the results. Because I went through that trajectory of learning, I bypassed like watching a lot of videos or reading. I just bought a course from someone that I knew was good in the space, and just immediately started implementing what they were teaching in that course, and I started getting results. That one was actually pretty relatively quick. Like from when I posted my first video, like on December 17th, 2016. Wow. I think 2016. I think like 2 days later, I got a comment, and I was like, what the hell? Someone comment on my video?
What'd they say?
I don't know, but they're like, great video, dude. I was like, is it for real? Is this a real comment? And so then I started, I for like a good while, I posted one video a day. But then I got stupid, and I stopped posting for like 6 months. And then
why?
I think on that one, I forgot why I stopped exactly, but I think it was... Well, like the style of videos that I were posting weren't the best anyhow.
Which are still up, right?
Yeah, they're still up. Yeah, so like it was just talking head videos of like detailing business advice. It was literally just me in front of a whiteboard talking about detailing business advice. And like back then, there wasn't many people searching or really caring for detailing business advice on YouTube. But after a while, it did catch steam, and I got back on it, and I started posting more. And that's when I started like mixing up my content and such. But the first I think 60 to 80 videos were just a talking head of me like looking at the camera.
But that kind of worked.
It 100% did, yeah. It 100%. I grew my channel to like 30,000 people, 30,000 subscribers, just like that. Like,
how does that feel?
Just talking head. I don't know. I'm very like nonchalant. It didn't.
But like,
What? So, like, even now that I'm at 107,000 subscribers and like almost 7,000 followers on IG, I have an email list of 21,000 subscribers. I have an email list of 20,000 people that are subscribed to my email list. Hitting all those numbers or never really. It's just I'm real nonchalant with the numbers. But the thing that does like where you're like, oh, that's cool, is when someone emails me or sends me a message saying, hey, like I started my business because of you. I landed my first 2 customers. I made whatever.
Did you ever get any like, hey, dude, I tried what you said?
Yeah, definitely. No, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, some people try my advice and it doesn't work, and they ask me like, what can I do? And like, you'll pivot from there. Like, it's you know, a lot of times like they'll take and do what I say, and then from there we'll troubleshoot what went wrong, or like, you know, not everything I say is gonna work.
And it doesn't work across the board.
The entire
planet,
and it just
right?
depends. Yeah, and it depends on the person and how they executed it and how many times and all that jazz. So it's not like, I'm not gonna say everything.
If they're
I say.
like freaking rude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
not. I'm not saying it. My word is gospel or anything. But like, I have. Yeah, there's plenty of people that reach out to me like, hey, I tried this and it didn't work out, or hey, like I can't do this because of that, and we'll just troubleshoot and see which way they can take it. But yeah, like the parts where it's most impactful is like not hitting 100,000 subscribers or having 20,000 people on the email list or anything. It's like when an individual reaches out and they're like, hey man, like I've been wanting to start a business forever, and you gave me the confidence to finally start it. Like that's when it actually you feel the impact. The whole numbers things.
What about like just people who know you, like in the planet?
What do you mean?
Like there's 100,000 people who, I mean, they don't know you.
Yeah.
They watch some of your detailing videos. Like you don't ever get approached.
Yeah, I do. Like just recently, actually here, just down the street, someone came up to me like, "Hey man, you're that detail guy, right?" Like,
what do you say?
I think he just shook my hand. I was like, I watch your shit, bro." I was like, "All right, appreciate it."
Yeah, that's funny.
But no, all that jazz, no, it doesn't happen too often, anyways. I mean,
it's just funny because
100,000 people out of a city of 4 million,
yeah.
and of a country.
And then they're all not even in the United States.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. 100,000 compared to the world, it's just not even.
Do you get a lot of comments?
Yeah, quite a bit of comments. Yeah, comments.
Do you always reply?
Well, when I first started the YouTube channel, I replied to up until like 60,000 subscribers. I replied to, I want to say, about like 85% of the comments on YouTube.
Do you have any comment like right off the top of your head where you're like, damn, that was like either very good or very bad?
No,
comment?
but I have a folder on my desktop that's for testimonials and for trolls. So testimonials can be like anything nice that they said, like. You know, thanks for.
You just screenshot it.
Yeah, just screenshot it and move it to the testimony. It could be like anything, as little as like,
great job.
Yeah, thanks for showing me how to do that, or like, hey, thanks for like, we appreciate the work you put in. Like,
sorry,
and then the trolls one is like, that's the one where like they're like little hate comments, little haters.
Do you get any like, it's not about detailing, or troll? It's like, I don't know, commenting on like the background or the area you live.
Yeah. Some people have been able to spot that it's in Houston just by looking at the background. Like,
really?
Yeah, like where I'm looking at, like the trees.
They don't have like, what about like a feature about you, like you talk funny?
Oh, that have
or you look funny.
No, that have.
Or your eyes are too big.
Yeah,
Or your eyebrows are too.
The facial
fleek.
features not as much. I've had a few eyebrow ones. Funny enough, like commenting on my eyebrows. A few racist ones, but those are funny.
I mean, they're gonna happen.
Yeah, those are funny. No, but nothing too crazy. I mean, like the whole, like, I started working out a few months ago, and everyone was like, "Dang, your arm's getting big." But other than that, no, nothing.
Nothing standoffish like.
Well,
that.
I mean, I guess you could say like those racist ones or like those derogatory ones. But my voice, yeah, I talk a lot. I talk very quick, and I mumble a lot, and I say a lot of. I just don't have that big vocabulary, so I like.
Really? People say that.
I miss you word. No, I'm saying like they'll just say like that's not how you're supposed to use that word and stuff.
Really?
And they'll look into it. I was like, oh damn.
So you're kind of bad at vocabulary?
No, just like just talking. I mean, I worked on it a lot. Like if you go back to my first videos, I mean, you just see like I talk really fast, and like some videos, like I'm just not using the word, and not that I care. Like you're still watching it, like it doesn't matter to me. But
you're still watching my free content.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't care anything. But it's like the biggest one is the talking. How I talk too fast, I mumble words, and I sometimes don't use them correctly. But yeah, I mean, they might be talking kind of like haterish, but at the same time, it is like that's the fine line between
inside, right? Like
that's the fine line between like, are they hating or they're just being kind of rude, but like it is actual criticism.
There's some truth to their
criticism. So and I'll be like, I am kind of talking kind of fast. I should slow down. I should kind of insinuate every or articulate every word that I'm saying. So there's definitely truth into a lot of those comments.
Nice, dope. Okay, so we got the detailing down. We got the Instagram, the YouTube down. I think we're good. We're over the time. Any parting advice for people who? So obviously, I'm in the digital marketing space. I'm helping people with their websites, with their digital marketing. If you had to give, not because of me, like if you're talking to a room of 10, 100 new small to medium-sized business owners, and they go, hey, what's the one piece of advice, whether it's marketing or not? Damn, I'm really putting you on the spot. Whether it's marketing or not, what number one thing should I focus on right now?
I would definitely say, let's say it's a group of there's 10 business owners, and they're like, hey, how do I grow my business? There's a few things gonna be, but it's definitely, don't spread yourself out too thin. Choose one marketing channel and go in on that one marketing channel 10,000%. It doesn't mean let go of every other channel that you're working on, but if you have Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and LinkedIn and SEO, it's which one of these are we going to pour 80% of our resources in, and let the other ones, we work on them a little bit, but put most of your resources into one channel, and don't let go of the channel that's like bringing you the most customers. Like if find the one that's working, do the most you can, squeeze every single last lead that you can out of there. Once it stops working, move on to the next one. But definitely focus all your time and attention into one channel and do everything and commit everything the right way, because you can put 80% of your time into it and still do it the wrong way if you're not doing it the right way.
You're
half-assing. So like if there's business owners or even detailers that want to do SEO, I'm like, the first thing you have to know right off the bat with complete transparency is not going to be overnight. You're not going to see results 3 months, 4 months, 5 months down the road. But 6, 7, 8 month mark, that's when things start to trickle in. And again, like that's where most people will not be in at the 6, 7.
Which is it is an advantage.
It's a huge advantage
because it's more of like I can be on the treadmill longer than you can. So you're just gonna get off, and then I'm gonna benefit.
Exactly,
from the
like you're not really racing against that many people. And Facebook ads, it's not that it's easier or any simpler, but it's easier to wrap your mind around. Like, okay, I'm gonna spend $100.
There's an end. There's like there it is.
Or like
it didn't work.
Yeah, it's like Instagram.
Or
like
it worked.
I post a photo, I see likes and all that, and reach and all that jazz. But with SEO, But regardless of that, it's just whatever channel it is though. Like if you do want to do IG, commit 80% of your time to IG and figure out a strategy and all that jazz. That's probably the best bet. That, and you have to be frequent before you get good with anything. So like posting, let's commit our time to IG. All right, we're gonna post once a week or